Welcome me to the pod.
Hello, Caden.
Thank you for having me.
Did you ever respect late night? Like when you were a kid?
I like Conan.
Okay, that's so cool. Such a good
And
answer. I think everybody likes
John
Conan.
Oliver, and that's about it. I don't know if John Oliver counts. He's late night, or what, last week, tonight. I don't know, he's kind of Tonight Show-esque.
I, as a kid, hated who's the one that did the Halloween one where he would show the videos of the parents saying to the kids that they ate the candy. Is that Fallon or Kimmel? Kimmel.
No idea.
I hated Jimmy Kimmel. And then for some reason, when I was a kid, I would have dreams of embarrassing moments on late night. But I was on late night. Like I was being interviewed by Conan or Jimmy Kimmel, and I'd piss my pants.
Fun of you on
no,
live
I'd
TV?
piss my pants on live TV, or I'd have
like American Funniest Home Videos, or like you went up.
I was the one. I shook their hand and was sitting in the chair, and I was like, "Well, I don't know, Jimmy. That's a hard question." And I pissed my pants.
And then you woke up.
I remember
like,
one time.
I really pissed myself.
I swear to God, I was supposed to get hard for some reason.
On Jimmy Kimmel?
On Jimmy Kimmel. And I wasn't capable of performing. And I got really sad because of that.
Jimmy Kimmel's kind of an asshole. You know, I kind of hate him too.
I just remember the whole crowd pointing
that?
And laughing because I could not get erect.
Why would he make you do that? He's what an asshole.
What do you think it means to have dreams of being on late night?
Oh, I feel like it's like it's a bad omen for sure. Like a raven.
It's a bad omen.
Yeah, like a raven fleeing from a storm. When you see like the caw in like on the dead branch.
I was born to bomb.
And you're like, that's a bad omen.
Like what do you think? I'm gonna have a Frasier moment, or I'm gonna be like the guy that shoots the next John Lennon? What type of bad omen?
Only time will tell. I don't know. But
did I say
careful.
Frasier? I meant to say Kramer.
Kramer. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what did Frasier do?
What did Frasier do?
I thought he was pretty cool. He's just like a lawyer, I think, doing lawyer stuff, man.
Did you know that Frasier? This is actually gonna be a great.
They rebooted Frasier, right?
I'm not sure.
Kim Kardashian.
Whenever we find a natural segue, I find a way to just make it the most unnatural segue. Well, here's a segue to getting to sitcoms.
Right.
Did you know that Frasier's a spinoff?
I did. Of Cheers.
Of Cheers. Yeah. I thought that Cheers was a spinoff of Frasier.
Nope. And then Frasier got huge as well. And then they rebooted Frasier.
So, Ted Danson.
It's pretty meh. I don't love Frasier, to be honest. It's pretty.
You're more of a Cheers guy.
It's a comfort show. I get the vibe. But overall, it's a pretty meh show. Same with MASH. You ever see MASH?
My dad loved MASH, dude. I'd have MASH on in the background all the time. Or Gomer Pyle.
Never heard of that one.
No, wait, no. Andy, Private Andy? No, Gomer Pyle's from Full Metal Jacket. I'm mixing up military movies.
Deep breath. You're doing great. Don't worry about all the lights on you. I know it's a little hot. This is your big moment. You're getting flustered.
Right. There is this. Don't
think about the butterflies in your stomach.
The Andy Griffith Show. That's
Andy Griffith.
My parents would watch stuff like that, MASH or the Andy Griffith Show.
He was the To the Moon Alice guy, right?
Maybe.
He was the Honeymooners guy?
No, I thought he was the guy that had the whoa, wow face. He would go like whoa.
Curly?
No. And there's this one movie where he turned into an animated fish. And it was in like the 1960s.
That's a different guy. I know who you're talking about. That's a different guy.
No, it's the same guy in Andy Griffith Show.
That's Andy Griffith?
Apparently.
That weird fuck?
No, that's not Andy
He's a
Griffith.
tiny little guy.
The other guy's Andy Griffith.
The one who turns into a fish.
Aaron, can you look up the Andy Griffith Show and read me the cast?
The dude.
You're going to tell me to do my job?
I was going to say to do your job.
The guy that...
What do you want me to look up?
The Andy Griffith Show, and then click cast.
The Andy Griffith is a big fat guy, not a weird skinny guy with big glasses and big ears. It's kind of dopey looking.
You're describing Peter Goebel? No.
You're talking about the guy who wants to fuck a fish.
Yeah.
That is a little skinny guy with big ears and glasses.
That's not Andy Griffith. That's his little sidekick. Said. No, I said, I'm trying to describe Andy Griffith's sidekick, goddammit. Then we'll get to MASH.
Who do we got here?
That's the cast.
Who is Andy Griffith?
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. You're so right.
It's Don Knotts.
It is. Don Knotts is the little weird guy with big ears and kind of dopey looking.
Dude,
that
apparently
wants to
Don
fuck
Knotts was
fish.
a pussy hound.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, crazy. Like keep everyone away from him. Like if you took your daughter to the set, he'd be like, "Hey, oh," and you'd be like, "Don, stop,
He
please."
does look like a creep, so that's not surprising. It's
But
just-
he's still in character. He's like, "Oh my god, is this your daughter?"
Jesus Christ. That's like, oh god damn it. Who's
But yeah, we don't have good sitcoms like the
Groundhog
Andy
Day.
Griffith Show anymore. Bill
who's-
Murray,
No. First time acting, big comedian.
Leslie Nielsen.
No, talks pretty crazy. Groundhog's Day. Fuck. Not Groundhog's Day. Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. Chevy Chase.
No.
Bill Murray.
No, other guy.
Other guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, Rodney Dangerfield.
That's
That
the
one.
one.
Oh,
That's the
hey.
one. Thank you. Oh my god.
She asked me to give her a penny. I said I'll give you a penny and a kiss her. Oh, I don't know how to
how
do
do you think-
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield talked out of set. Yeah, that's just offset, normal, like just going day to day.
Going out of character, I think instead he just sounded like like. Have you ever been with your grandpa or your dad and you're going to like pick up a truck or something for like a movie? You're doing some shit.
You don't
with-
think he was doing the voice
Wait,
still?
no, let me explain. Hear me out. Have you ever like been going with your dad or your grandpa or something like that and you're going to do some man shit and then you meet the most testosterone filled white trash guy ever? That's what what? No, it's not a guy named Kyle. I'm talking an older guy.
Kyle?
Kyle's too young of a name. Kyle is way too young
Fucking
of a name.
Kyle.
No, some guy like Dusty.
Dusty. I knew a guy named Dusty. Pretty cool. Taught me a lot about life and motors.
Who's the plumbing friend that had a fun name that would always show up? We wouldn't dox him because it was a fake name. It was like Old Elbow.
Old Elbow, yep.
No, it was Panhandle. No, wait, I can remember it.
Old Panhandle
Hair
Elbow,
flap?
that's what they called him.
Broomstick. Your grandpa had a friend where it was one of those names, like Panhandle or Broomstick, Hair Flap, something like
It was
that.
Old Panhandle Elbows, that was it. Yeah.
Well, no, we would just go to your grandma's house and like there'd just be an old man working on the truck, and you'd be like, "That's Broomstick." Anyway, let's go get some soda from the fridge.
I genuinely have no idea what you're
Don't
talking
know what
about.
Broomstick is.
Unless you're just over sometime and I just decided to call that guy Broomstick. No one goes by that over there. I just gaslighting you. Telling him, yeah, that's
You guys think
Broomstick.
he got his name because that was like his job?
No. If you're named Broomstick, whatever story is behind that, it can't be good. I heard,
I can't even think of a good nickname. B? I don't know. What the if you're named Broomstick, what the hell are you
well,
going by?
Broomstick's the name. Broomstick is the nick. Your legal first name is
legal.
Broom. Middle name Stick.
No, that's his last.
Yeah, Broomstick Miller. That's nice to meet you.
Suarez. I'm Broomstick Suarez. Broomstick. Stick.
You know, in the olden days, I'm gonna speak really loud so that the mics might pick me up. In the olden days, you would just be named after your job. So if you were a tailor,
That's where last names would come from.
Right.
He's saying, so he said in the olden days, you'd just be named
And then
what
they
you
change
do.
it just a little bit to make it sound a little different sometimes.
No, like shoemaker?
Yeah, sometimes it's dead on, but like
Schumacher. I see what you
yeah.
mean.
And also like Broomstick. They would change that up a little bit.
Smith?
How would they change?
Your name Whitlow doesn't work. That's probably a family name instead. What
Yeah,
are
no,
other
I'm- I'm Jason Bromstick.
No.
Does that sound like a last name all of a sudden? You change
Bromstick? Yeah.
Bromstick. You change it. Hi, Mr. Bromstick.
Lance is a knight.
That's a first name. Who the fuck is Knight? There is knights.
all right.
Whoa,
So
that's nuts,
Hunter,
man.
Obviously,
Hunter,
Smith, Butcher, Clark.
It's
Farmer,
like
Fisher,
most
Fetcher,
names.
Fetcher,
Cooper, Carpenter,
Fisher, piercer.
We should not go down this list. There is so many. There is so
There were a
many.
couple episodes where we would just list, dude. That's my favorite thing ever. Is just listing things. It's probably a translation, but dude, think of as many like NFL teams as you can right now. Just go.
There's not that many, but
All right, let's see how many you can go.
it's not gonna be that good. Okay, let's start. Patriots, Giants,
Jets,
Eagles.
Eagles,
Yeah, I'm just gonna Ravens, Chiefs or DC, whatever.
Titans,
And Redskins or DC, whatever they're Titans, Jaguars.
Jaguars. Okay.
Atlanta has a team, don't they?
It's the Hawks.
Panthers.
That's South Carolina.
Oh shit. The Hawks? Yeah, I would have forgot about that. The Hawks.
Holy shit! I'm an autistic encyclopedia. I knew all of this. I feel
the
so
Buccaneers.
true. You forgot about the Browns, Caden.
The Browns. No, I love the Browns. No, I'm not in the Midwest yet. I'm not over there.
Caden, where do we live?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
He's obviously
I started
going,
in
he
the-
went from New England and went down to Florida, so now he's trying to fill up the belt.
Yeah, that's the tricky area. This is very. I said the Chiefs already. Yeah. What the hell is the Steelers? Packers.
Bears.
There's no Bears. Who the fuck are the Bears?
The Chicago Bears.
That's a baseball team. The Chargers.
Dude, the Chicago NFL team is the Bears.
No, it's the blonde hair. It's a little lightning bolt.
That's San Antonio. No, it's San Francisco. That's a California team.
There's no Bears.
Go Raiders. Go fucking
Who the
Raiders.
fuck are the Bears?
The Raiders are also California.
The Raiders.
All right, let's move on from this bit.
NFL?
Chicago, yeah. Let's move on
What's
from
their,
this bit.
let me see their logo.
It's just an orange sea.
Still never said the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
You're so right. You're so. I've seen this before. How the fuck? Yeah, they are the most. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. They're the most forgettable team. That's crazy. Chicago.
What about like the Tennessee Titans or the Atlanta Hawks?
Okay, Hawks come in second place. I remember the Titans though, just kind of vaguely as little.
We had a teacher who really liked them.
The Bears?
No, the Titans.
Oh, Bengals are also pretty forgettable. I almost forgot about them.
You forget about the Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. How could you forget?
You know about football, and I know about the Bengals.
Dude,
For what?
name a single thing in Cincinnati, Caden. Don't say the Bengals or I'll fucking hit you.
I don't even know what state that's in. Ohio?
I think that's in Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio sounds
What?
kind of right.
Okay, I've
Where the fuck
I've always
is-
just assumed that like Atlantic City,
Is Cincinnati
Baltimore, Baltimore, and
Cincinnati feels mythical. It doesn't feel like
Cincinnati, Atlantic City, and Baltimore all sound like Ohio cities.
Atlantic City is in Jersey, isn't it?
I don't know,
Isn't that on the East Coast?
dude. Those all sound like highway cities. You pass
Atlantic City is the Vegas of the East Coast, is what I've always heard, isn't it?
Okay,
It's
I
just
can believe
it's like 3 hours south of New York.
the Baltimore is where the Ravens are, and they're a New England team or a Midwestern team.
Isn't it Atlanta?
No, they're the Hawks. We just covered that.
That's
You
who
said
it
they're
is.
not forgettable.
That's who the Hawks are. Yep, I remember. And then that's football. I think we nailed it.
We didn't even get to the West.
That's yeah. You know, you got the Seahawks. You got the 49ers.
Other teams.
You got. Is that it?
Sure, close enough.
Is there more?
Go Raiders!
I forgot about Vikings. I guess
The Raiders!
Raiders. Oh, there's another. I
Broncos!
said the Broncos. There's the.
Kaden, my point is
What's
you
the
don't
other
know where
California
Cincinnati is. Can you
California
tell
has-
us, please, where Cincinnati is?
California
if
has
it's in Ohio.
2 teams, don't they?
They have like 3.
Oh, I said the Chargers. Yeah, that's LA.
San Francisco 49ers.
I said the. What's the third? And then the Raiders.
the Raiders!
Which is now Las Vegas.
What? Are you
think-
fucking kidding me,
Pretty sure
bro?
they're the Las Vegas Raiders, aren't they?
We can't win
Aaron,
anything!
where the fuck is Cincinnati?
I feel like Carlos knows.
I genuinely don't. I said it was in Ohio. That was me being genuine.
I don't think it's
I
Ohio.
think Atlantic City,
Cleveland.
Baltimore, Cleveland, all of those cities are in
Cleveland's
Ohio.
the only thing in Ohio, right?
No!
I think it was.
Baltimore's in Ohio. I'm willing to. Is it
Cincinnati is in Ohio.
okay? Is Baltimore in Michigan?
Baltimore's on the East Coast.
No way.
Balt-
Just Google Maps now.
yeah. Where the hell is?
We don't know where any of these cities are. Atlantic City's by the Atlantic.
Tell me anything about the West Coast, and I'll know. East Coast, that shit. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
foreign.
Baltimore is in Maryland.
I told you it was on the fucking. It
Whoa!
was on the East Coast.
Maryland. I forgot about that state. Maryland. Everybody is just on the left is going like, are you guys ready for Nazi Germany? It's not Nazi America.
Yeah, there is this like huge
I
portion.
agree. I do think we are heading towards Nazi America.
You're exactly who I want to talk about, because there is this whole portion of like people on the left who are like completely have gone black pill doomer mode. Like they are like, the world is like, America's done. Like this.
It's
is
not
the end.
done. No, I think the black pill is saying like, no, any chance for democracy is dead. We have entered fascism. The tech oligarchy has taken over. It's not even that the world's going to end. Instead, they have won.
See, and maybe my heart's a little bit too. Maybe I'm a little bit too America pilled, but like, I mean, I just think it's a step in the process that we have right now. I think that we're gonna change, definitely, but like we're gonna change in bad ways. But also,
We're
like,
literally building concentration camps. We already have them. I have that.
yeah,
on
I'm
the
very
board to
aware.
do
I
it.
am a Trump doomer. I
My mom is at threat of her citizenship getting
Right.
taken away. Like,
but I believe that, you know, after,
don't think this
after
is
Trump
just-
has done, I think there's a high chance that I mean, he's not going to be president for 4 years, but that's a whole nother can of worms. But I mean, I think afterward there's going to be a huge leftist wave in the United States, and I think a lot of other things are going to be reversed and changed. I mean, Biden did a lot, and then Trump changed all of his shit. So like, who's going to say that the next president isn't just going to undo a lot of Trump's shit?
by looking at the bipartisan no longer exists, they have all three parties of the American government. That's why people are trying to make people actually look at details. If you look at right-wing populism, it succeeded. It took over not only the fucking the Supreme Court, but it also took over the House. It also took over the fucking executive party. Within that, sure, we have an election in 2 years. Maybe we can shake up the party and create the bipartisan, but then that still means that the popular vote is more than likely going to exist within that right-wing populist sentiment, leading towards another right-wing candidate. If there is a left-wing candidate that gets elected, it would be the equivalent to Jimmy Carter, someone who is incapable of doing anything because of all of the institutions that were set up by someone like Nixon.
So, in your belief, do you believe that we've ever had a truly like leftist president before?
Yeah, I think there's multiple progressives that we've had. I think FDR was even though you could classify him as like a dictator, I think he was obviously
maybe in more
a
recent
progressive.
years. Did you have anyone in like maybe the last 30 years?
Within the past 40 years, I think we've left. So when you look at the American dynasties of the American Empire, because like America was never good, right? We started with genocide. We genocided out the
America was built on slavery and
genocide,
and blood.
and killing out
Yeah,
the natives,
yeah,
right?
yes, yep.
So then you look to the dynasties that existed. There's the founding fathers, and that ends with like, let's say, Jackson, right? Like Jackson was the last of the possible founding fathers that was around at the building of America. And then it's the Lincoln guys. It's the rebuilding, it's Civil War and the rebuilding.
Right. The two states becoming one.
And then that's where you go into the modern era of like what would be the Great Wars. And then you get to the Nixon and the Reagan dynasties and then the Bush. But you can see how there's not really a large amount of any like leftist dynasties, let alone like actual leftists, but an American Democrat.
Are you one of those leftists that think that like there's never really been a socialist country before?
No.
Okay. You think there has been
No,
a socialist country?
I think there's been socialist experiments, probably not an acting socialist nation. I think at that point they probably became an auth commie. I don't think they've, in good faith, there's ever been a socially democratic country. But I do think that there's been plenty of socialist experiments, whether that be the USSR, Cuba, examples in America, examples in Mexico. There's a lot of of theory to back up within literature.
Well, we can talk about this more off the pod.
So like I went to a candy store and I realized that vape stores and candy stores are very similar. They got very similar vibes and layouts. It's just you're not supposed to be able to like walk and touch the vapes.
One got like smoke machines.
Not like they could both have smoke.
It's got
machines,
more
it
of like
depends.
a club atmosphere. Sometimes they got like the lights.
No, some of them feel like literal candy stores.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna argue though. That's a good point.
But what would an adult candy store be? Would you want one of those things that pops out pharmaceutical drugs, and then you can get like you have a big barrel of bud that you pick up,
I was thinking.
and there's booze on the handles.
Is a liquor store not a candy
Is a
store?
liquor store a candy
I was
store?
gonna, the candy part in a dispensary. They got like a little section.
True. But I guess instead I'm saying is I've learned about game rooms. I've learned about like game lounges, smoking lounges. I've learned about all of these things.
Strip club.
So hear me out. This is the stupidest idea ever. But what if you get a strip mall or a mall
That's the soda.
and you
Please don't do that in the mic.
I didn't. I did it away.
No, you didn't. You did it in the mic.
I did it away from the mic.
Well, it picked up.
My bad.
Continue on.
Anyways, so you have a strip mall or a mall, and you have multiple businesses. One of them is the dispensary, but then you have a place with a bunch of games. Like you said, like you showed me that cool party that had Smash on one TV, and then it had a game room with like a bunch of cards being played, and then a poker table, and then a pool table, and then actual games. And I think I
What the hell are
think
you talking about?
we need to make a fun third place for adults, like game rooms and a bar. I'm saying game
You're right. I'm going all in on Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, but more accessible and cheaper is what I was trying to say. Dave and Buster's is specifically like, you know what? Dave and Buster's is a good example.
Dude, I always thought
Start
that I could
buying-
get famous and rich by just opening up land cafes.
Land cafes? What is that?
Give me the mic. Or give me
No,
No,
I
we're
got
gonna
it. It's a
move on.
random bar that you set up a bunch of computers in, and you say you can use them for a bit of money.
Mm.
And they do like local land tournaments and shit.
I did not know you meant land like that. You remember being a kid and seeing like online, LAN, offline? I had no idea what that meant. You're saying there's people that would connect their fucking consoles and have two TVs next to each other?
Yeah.
The jobless losers. Oh my
Bro,
god.
never played Halo.
It's called a
Bro, never
LAN
played
party.
original Halo.
No, I did. I had friends online, and
Halo before it was online.
Talking about the.
I'm
the
too
brick
young.
one.
I didn't
Brick one.
play Halo 2. I played Halo 3, and then Halo Reach, and Halo 4.
Dude, I started with Halo 1. That shit was peak. I love Halo 1 so much.
Well, I also played split screen Halo, but I just never had two TVs. That's what
Yeah.
I mean. That's crazy. That's
It is
jobless behavior.
It really is. Yeah, you had to set up everything and go over to some guy's house with your PC, monitor, cables, keyboard, everything.
That's white privilege.
Go go over to some guy's basement, plug it all up, and then log into the Halo.
I know normally you get mad at me saying it, but that one's white privilege.
I don't think I can argue. Yeah.
Nah, but Halo was one of those like cool foundational memories.
Halo's sick as fuck. I still
Of
love
getting
Halo.
together with your friends or your siblings and everyone getting in on a Forge map or one of you remember the
This is a DreamHack from 2002. You guys can go through the images. This is a LAN tournament.
What the fuck? Good food at least.
I don't know if this is the vibe I'm saying. This is
Send
too
that-
decrepit.
Send that to Carlos. We gotta put that in the edit.
I think that's a little too decrepit. I'm more saying I want the vibe of a lounge and a game room, but you walk from the lounge into the game room.
So you're thinking something like that, but with a ball pit.
No.
No.
I guess I'm not per se against the ball pit, but I feel I'm not talking about a trampoline park.
Trampoline, yeah, fucks. Trampoline, ball pit on top, bunch of balls on a trampoline.
That's already.
That's just part of a trampoline park.
It's fucking sick, dude.
You know what? Let's open up a recreational fun place. You know, we just get to hang out. We go, no kids though.
Yeah, with blackjack and hookers.
Oh, I don't like girls there.
No cooties, please.
Male hooker. No, but you know what I mean though? Like I want a place where I can go hang out and play, not gamble. I don't want to gamble. That is not my goal. Instead, I just want
I don't understand. You lost me. I was
hang out
following.
with my friends in a place that is not my home.
Following this whole time.
And then be able to smoke weed and do drugs while playing either games or fun outdoor activities. No.
Smoking, drinking while gambling. Yeah, what do you mean no?
I want to watch
Those are the fun
sports
games.
with my friends, drinking,
Where you can bet on the sports.
and just be happy when my team wins.
Because you win a lot of money.
He wants a restaurant without the.
No, I think I see what you're doing there. I don't want to bet, kid.
I don't follow.
I'm saying
A sports bar restaurant. But cheap.
you can.
And then while you're watching the game and eating wings.
No.
You can
Hear
play
me out.
poker.
Hear me out, kid. Hear me out. Have you ever played Go Fish?
Uh-huh.
You know how once you win, you just restart? Nothing happens? You don't take the other people's hands. You don't take, like...
No, I get $5.
No, you just play again.
What if I lose?
Dude, actually
$5.
gambling with Go Fish would be fucking hilarious. Or playing War. I win! I got the queen!
Like slots.
Yeah.
What were other card games you learned? Or did you straight up learn gambling that quick? Name child card games so that you could think of. Because I could only think of Go Fish, and War. Those are the only two games I could think of.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
I'm talking with a deck of cards.
Yeah, I
Aaron.
don't know. But those are card games. I don't know.
Those are card
Those are
games.
card games.
Yeah, sure. But Pokemon isn't at all the same as Pinochle or Go Fish.
I did some Pokemon gambling in my day.
You can gamble with Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
By buying a bunch of it?
all gambling.
I was going to say, by buying a bunch of them, hoping you're going to get a valuable one?
Every time
That's
you get a
gambling.
pack of cards,
Yeah, it's a lottery ticket.
Yeah, it's a lottery ticket.
It's just a different type of gambling. Dude, I keep thinking it'd be cute if I buy a lottery ticket and I just haven't. But I'm like, oh, what if I won?
It'd be so kind of wacky.
It would be so quirky if I bought one and I won $120,000.
It would be so quirky if that became your thing too, and you just kind of quirkily bought one every day.
Yeah, and I
just to
paid
see
off
what
my
happens.
gas. Dude, actually, let's get real for a second. The most fucked up thing ever is waiting in line at a gas station and seeing the guy go, let me get 4 scratchers of this kind and 3 of that kind, and then seeing him scratch it and go, all right, put that on gas and let me get 3 packs of cigarettes. Why did you
That's super Midwestern.
I don't understand.
You're talking about a good tax-paying citizen. right there.
Is there a credit system that I'm just misunderstanding? Did he make money somehow by buying that many lottery tickets?
No, because then I normally see them put their card in to cover the rest.
So you get my question, right? Why not just spend the first money on the gas and the
Because
food, the cigarettes?
You don't get the cigarettes if you don't win a little bit.
Oh, you don't get
want the
I need the
cigarettes.
gas anyways, but I'm gonna get the incentive of the cigarettes through the lottery, and if I win the lottery, I can also pay for the gas.
That'd be my logic. I don't know. You gotta kind of gamble it a little. Oh shit, it worked out. It's my lucky day. Give me a couple packs.
But if you're rolling the lottery, you have to be hard on cash, right?
Or you're in it for the thrill. The
Dude,
thrill
in
of the
Squid
game.
Games in the second season, the super rich guy that recruits people for the Squid Games, he just on his day off, he just goes and buys an entire roll of lottery tickets and then cuts it all up into each one, and then buys an entire bakery full of bread, goes to the park, all homeless people gather around him, and he just walks up to them and holds out his hand, a lottery ticket or a piece of bread, and most of them take the lottery ticket, and then he stomps out all the bread.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you're saying that guy was doing it for the thrill. Because, he liked it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like you don't have.
That's like
Wait, we found common ground.
That's like why teach a
Kaden.
man how to fish.
Kaden.
No, why give a man a fish, aka bread?
Do you know what
when
you just
could
said?
Teach him.
You could gamble
aka
for the
lottery
thrill of
ticket.
it, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
You could play games and not gamble, just for the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it, you play the games.
Where's the thrill if you don't lose everything?
You lost the game.
And
Your holes remain safe.
I get to keep my kidneys?
Yes, and all of your organs remain safe.
Holy shit.
I think we should try out going to
That sounds like a
game
good
room
deal.
or a rage room. Rage room. It sounds like you need a rage room after today.
Sounds like you need a rage room after today.
You've been real fucking feisty today.
You're out on the lawn fighting for like an hour.
We were talking about gambling. You hear about that Luka Doncic trade?
Yeah.
And you didn't
pretty
understand what it
crazy.
meant.
It's pretty crazy.
I tried telling Kaden about
People don't know. Let me give you this scoop. Pretty cool basketball guy from Texas, right? Doing pretty cool basketball guy things. Was just like, I'm gonna get a house up here in Texas. It's going pretty good. And then he's like, oh shit, guess I'm in LA. And that's pretty much what happened.
Okay, what about the deeper meaning? Why were people freaked out about this trade?
It
Why are they-
all leads back to the goddamn Las Vegas.
He's just doing the H-Rock video.
Explain now. Explain.
All the ties point right back to Las Vegas. They're up there with their magic puppet hands, puppeting around, making the people
H-Rock
dance.
Thinks that essentially because the owners of the Mav teams are big Las Vegas millionaires, that they're willing to sell out the fucking Mavs teams and just send Luka for good press to the NBA. But instead,
You gotta dance for Vegas, or you're gonna be dead.
I just love how no one understands sports or basketball. So I've been seeing people explain fucking like it's like trading Piccolo for Frieza. It's like trading Taylor Swift for Beyonce. It's like trading Pikachu for the I was gonna say the one from Team Rocket. Meowth. Yeah. It's just no one knows what the hell it means if it makes sense, and it can create so many silly analogies. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to try to think of different analogies of what it's like.
Well, you should also talk about what you think maybe is the reasoning behind the trade.
So Frieza.
If you fuck with Vegas, they'll kill you.
So essentially,
That's the
Frieza's been
reason.
dominating the galaxy. Frieza's been like really holding it down for the Frieza Force, and then all of the sudden, right as it seems like he was gonna take over Planet Namek, for some reason.
He has to go to California.
He has to join the Z Fighters, and Piccolo is getting shipped to Namek.
Dude, quit with the analogy. Talk about the financial shit.
Okay, so the Z Corps behind Piccolo, they've been buying.
Meanwhile, Goku has been running this path.
still in heaven.
He has been running for the past
I weirdly feel like I
27
explained it
episodes.
pretty well in Dragon Ball terms. It's like trading Frieza for Piccolo.
But why would you do that in the first place?
Why would you do that in the first place?
Why are they
Because they were forced to do it by the higher ups.
You
in
fuck
the way
with
I
Vegas,
already
they'll kill you, man. That's
I
what I'm
already
saying.
said out of character the Atrioc conspiracy. I already explained that part. So instead, I'm just trying to have fun with it. You know?
Vegas got their grubby little fucking fingers in all holes around, man. They're grubbing them up.
I found it pretty funny. Whoa! I lost my manga, the chapter I had of Dragon Ball. That's sad. I don't know where
That's
that is.
devastating.
But I was gonna say, I like that you have no idea, like the entire story of Dragon Ball, but you have watched it. you've just watched like.
I've seen highlights.
So
I get the gist.
Highlights.
I get the
It's pretty
gist.
silly.
It's like he's a kid, he's fighting Piccolo, then he's like, wait, Piccolo, you're cool, teach me stuff. And then him and Piccolo are pretty friends, and then he's like, wait, I'm fighting Vegeta, and then he's like, wait, Vegeta, you're pretty cool, teach me stuff. And then they go fight some, one, two, skip a few, they go fight some like cyborgs, and then there's like a god guy who's like Buddha, and then he gets angry, and then
I can't believe
then-
Frieza was the one to skip a few.
and then
Imagine boom.
that's what I was just talking about. Yeah. They got that guy up in there, and then you meet some cat god and roll credits. You did it. That's pretty much the gist.
No, then there's Goku with the pink hair. You forgot.
I forgot about pink hair Goku. Yep.
This is pink kryptonite.
And I think I nailed it. Right? That's.
Yeah.
I've seen more Super than anything else. I don't know if that showed through with my. I skip a few all of Z pretty much.
Did you know that the Irish mob still exists and they're in Boston?
Fuck yeah, dude. They run that shit.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with them.
A bunch of fucking small little Irish guys. They come
Small, big, and small. They come in all sizes. Don't discriminate.
Do they?
Yes.
You know what?
There's probably some medium ones too.
Apparently Shane Gillis is 99% Irish, and he's big.
fucking running that
he's
shit,
he's a big guy, but I've never seen other than that one example of an American Irish guy
Shane Gillis, third in command
of the Irish mob.
of the Irish mob.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Instead, I'm saying
Look into it.
I'm Irish.
Look into it.
I'm not that big of a
Deep
guy.
ties. When you look into it, you will be horrified.
Do you think I'm connected to the Irish mob?
How Irish are you?
Like 40 to 50%.
You're sneaky. You're a sneaky one. Under my nose this whole time, huh?
Yeah, I'm like a third native. The rest is Spanish and Irish.
I don't trust the Irish mob. They're sneaky.
Yeah, would you rather hang out with a Spaniard or an Irishman?
So the average height in Ireland is 5 feet and 9 inches.
Holy shit, they're tall as fuck over there.
The Irish height, or the average.
The Irish height.
The average height in the UK is 5 feet 10 inches. So they are an inch shorter than the average height in the UK.
They're tall as shit over in Britain.
When I picture that Irish mob, I think of a bunch of pinstripes, mafia bosses.
Wearing the little like
With the-
AC/DC hat. Yeah.
You know, with like a fedora, but it's also pinstripes, black,
Uh-huh.
a little white, and like maybe a red tie.
Do you not think of the little AC/DC hat? You
smoking
know what
a
I mean,
big
like the golf
cigar.
hat. You know what I mean? The one that Logan wears, that golf hat.
Maybe that's more. Is that more Italian mob?
No, you're right. I'm saying there's both, but there's also that guy that I'm describing. You know the hat.
yeah.
What are those hats called?
Golf hats.
No, not golf hats. In the game Red Dead Redemption 2 that I am playing, it's a video game about
It's like
cowboys.
all fabric?
You can wear that hat that old timey guys wore.
And you go golfing.
No, they didn't go golfing yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. No,
They'll
that
fig-
wasn't just a golf hat.
They didn't figure out golfing then?
No, dude,
Can I say a hot take?
the Scottish and the Irish
Can I say
figured
a
out
hot take?
golfing.
Fuck golfing. That shit sucks ass.
You're not old enough yet. No.
I will say-
it's about driving around with your friends in a super nice natural area. There's
It's got good sounds. I like the sounds.
you get drunk, you
Of the-
just hang out in nature,
Of the
hit
club,
a ball.
hitting the ball is a satisfying tink. I like.
You
I like,
can get good at golf.
I like the.
I think.
I worked on a
Hey,
golf course.
would you rather play golf or tennis?
tennis.
You're dumb.
100
Golf.
100
I
times
would.
over.
I would much rather play golf
What the
because
hell?
tennis, you're just standing on hot pavement in
Running
silly
around.
outfits.
You're never sore after golf.
That's a bad thing.
No, well, I have two different arguments right now. You're never sore after golf. I don't know if that's true. That's a bad thing. I don't know if that's true. I disagree with both of you right now.
Mini golf, pretty cool. I like mini golf.
Happy Madison.
Caddyshack.
I did the Burt Kreischer bit of messing up the Adam Sandler movie. That's not the name of the movie.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said Happy Madison.
it's okay. I wasn't gonna correct you. Didn't even know.
Burt Kreischer met Adam Sandler and they were on a podcast together. And Burt Kreischer goes, my kids just love the movie of yours. They love Happy Madison. And you see
That's
Adam Sandler do that. He goes, Wow, thanks.
Oh wow, thank you.
Oh wow, thanks.
When's the last time you saw Lil Nicky?
A
Is that what that's called?
A while ago. I don't know. I think I showed you that movie.
I had that shit on VHS. growing
Really?
up.
Who did I show that to for the first time?
That's a weird one though. That's one of his.
The last time I watched it, I was showing it to someone. Maybe Emily? I'm not sure.
No idea. But that's a weird movie.
Did you know Tarantino's in that?
Really?
As an actor?
Did he direct? Was that his passion?
No.
Was Lil
He's the
Nicky-
priest that gets scared by Lil Nicky.
No shit.
Yeah. Common little fact that people always bring up. I watched Django yesterday. That shit was cool as hell.
Hell yeah. I watched Rango the other day. Completely different movie.
I also watched Rango the other day. That is a completely different movie, yeah. Which road shall we walk down, Kaden?
I don't know. What are you thinking? They're both pretty good.
I was amazed by the visual effects in Rango.
Right? Dude, it's so good. Johnny, one of his best, dude. I love Johnny Depp.
Like, I low-key looked over and I was like, this could be live action.
And I love the idea that the bank in the heist is all water instead of gold. It's all...
I never realized, I know that was a plot point, but I never
Yeah.
associated that it is desert punk in that way, where water is the
It's pretty sick. It's a fun idea.
the
And
currency.
he's...
Whenever water's a currency, that's just so cool because
gotta
it's
save-
something that you need to survive. It's not money. It's not abstract. It is understood. Water is valuable. And then there's also the power metaphor of wasting it because the mayor wastes the water. He'll just pour it into his cup and then
And
pour
then
it
you
out.
see people dying of thirst. and
Exactly.
you're like, those...
That in Trigun as well.
In Trigun,
They do that shit in the
Or
Lorax.
Sandland, the new Akira Toriyama.
It's air.
The Lorax is air. You're
It's
right.
air instead.
That's similar kind
Also,
of thing.
I'm sorry to like interrupt the podcast. I rewatched the Lorax. What a shitty. I sorry to interrupt the podcast. I rewatched the Lorax. What a shitty movie.
You take that back.
Everybody needs a need. A fine thing
Danny
that
DeVito
all people
has not made a bad
need.
film.
Everybody needs a need.
No.
What do you mean? All the songs are so rememberable. Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
Yeah, that little guy.
God, dude, nothing happens for the first like 40 minutes of that movie.
I
got-
disagree. No.
You got
It's
Betty
fucking
White?
setting the tone. You idiot. You fucking imbecile.
Are
You
you
think
really-
that you can just walk into a Seussian masterpiece? You think you can just walk into an abstract thing like air being the commodity?
I think it's cool.
Betty White.
I think it's
Rest in peace.
stupid movie.
Zac Efron, Taylor Swift.
You gotta rewatch it.
I have
Who plays the Onceler?
no idea actually. Who
That-
does
that
play
has
the
to be a big
It
name,
does
right?
have to be a big name, right? I have no idea though.
No, that's a good movie.
He doesn't even show up until like 50 minutes in the movie.
That's not true.
You are a greedy little
That's
pig.
simply not
You're a
true.
greedy little pig.
watched
Someone
the
feed him his slop.
That's simply not true.
Someone give him his slop.
That's simply not true. At minute 21, when the grandma looks back in remembrance, we suddenly cut back to the story being told by the Onceler. And also, the Onceler's the first fucking person to speak in the movie.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually show up until like 50 minutes into it.
What
The
about
Onceler's the one telling the story.
What
What are
about
you
that-
talking about?
what about that fun little scene where he just drops a drone in the backyard of that
Have you
one
guys-
girl's backyard for no reason?
On IMDb, so.
In the
That's pretty good. That says it's a meh. It's an okay movie. It's fine.
I guess.
Seussian masterpiece. Soysian masterpiece, if you will.
no, but Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat is better. I love that one. That one's a weird
Before
fucking
we
movie
move on.
though.
Before we move on.
That's a weird ass movie.
That's a great movie, but Lorax and shit, I'm going to fight you in the fucking backyard.
I'm talking. I said Mike Myers'
I'll
Cat in the
beat
Hat.
your
That's the
ass,
one.
dude.
Video essays have been made about that movie, and none have been made about the Lorax.
Alec
I
Baldwin.
fucking disagree. You're
That was
wrong.
Alec Baldwin in that one.
That was
right?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
Let me
dude,
get this out.
I thought he was a
think that
piece
the
of
grandma
shit.
in the Lorax was fucking the Onceler.
Betty White.
Betty White was fucking the Onceler.
Good for her.
That's what I think.
Good for her. It's never too late.
Anyways.
But yeah, I thought Alec Baldwin was such a piece of shit for so long because that was the only
Because of
movie.
that movie?
And he played a piece
And
of
then he
shit.
shot some chick.
And then he saw. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
So he might be a piece of shit.
Just that,
Dude,
Just that-
imagine For real though, let's empathize with Alec Baldwin for a second.
That's horrifying.
Imagine
Oh my
shooting
God.
someone in a most tragic possible way. It's accident. It's not supposed to be loaded, and then everyone goes, "What a piece of shit! That guy must be a horrible person."
It's not even his job to check any. It's his job to memorize lines and knows where he
and
needs
pull
to
the
step.
trigger. It was his job to pull the trigger.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And he didn't even shoot the person he was supposed to shoot either. It was all a mistake. I don't know.
Argument.
What?
The other guy wanted that guy to die. He said, "This motherfucker keeps stealing my donuts."
Wasn't
in
it
the
just
break
a
room."
chick? Wasn't it just like a PA? It was just a roadie walking around on set, just got shot?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh well, it went awry. Clearly.
No, like you said, they weren't bringing me by fucking bagels, dude.
Yeah. You can't trust Alec to carry out a hit. You
The
gotta
fucking
know that,
assistant
yeah.
wouldn't bring my shit. I asked for coffee with 2 creamers, and I swear
she-
to God, they've been putting milk in it.
Did she survive or is it
I have
death?
no idea. I assume
if
she
she died, we
died.
probably shouldn't joke about it. It's actually.
It's been a whole
really-
fucking year and 3 documentaries.
You know
Go
what?
fucking cry about it
I'm gonna
yourself.
I'm gonna go pour one out for her. It's pretty sad.
That now, however, you know what? I was pretty insensitive of me. We should pour one out.
Yeah, you know what?
For the victims of Alec Baldwin.
For the victims of Alec Baldwin.
I didn't even move on to the next topic that I was going to, but
What time are we at?
yeah, what time?
Yeah, I was gonna wrap you guys up in like 2 minutes.
I was gonna say we've been going for a minute. Well,
No, we're not done here. I want to end it on something controversial.
you want to end it on something controversial?
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna end up being in a concentration camp, and I need you to try throwing me in some fucking animal crackers if you're on the outside as a guard, okay?
We got to start digging some basements.
Yeah, I'm saying me and you could build some tunnels and we can make it real lucrative. I'll charge. So here's the important part. I need to learn
We
Spanish.
know some speakeasies around here. We got to connect them by tunnels.
I need to learn Spanish so that when I get deported, because I'm annoying, and the instant you can just deport the
Most people
nearest-
don't like you.
Yeah,
They'll
the
probably be
moment
like,
you
"Get
can
that
just
guy
deport
out."
any
man.
Hispanic dude, I'm out of here, right?
Before most of them, they'll be like, "That guy's annoying. Get him out before." Yeah.
So I need to learn Spanish so that I can lead a little ring of organized crime, where because
for people to do your bidding.
yeah, because we're criminals.
You're a criminal now.
I would be, yeah,
Okay.
and I would essentially.
I was thinking more revolution starting, but no, you're going crime.
No, I was privatized organized crime.
You're talking
yeah.
like looting.
No.
No.
So you are on the outside. Once I get deported, I'm going to dig the underground railroad, like you said.
And
But
I'll make
I'm
sure
going
to get posted up on the other side.
I'm
make
going
sure
to be a
like,
coyote, and I am going to bring them to you, and they will pay me a price of money.
Contraband.
Yeah.
yes.
Or
I will drive them in for 80% of that money.
you take them back. You take them right back.
You got yourself a deal.
That's you're like he's for some reason he won't leave the tunnel, and he keeps just giving them to me.
He's not doing any of that. He's just kind of guiding them over here. All right.
He thinks he's like some sort of mastermind, but there's just a fucking self-closed system right there. But yeah, I thought that would be pretty fun if I go to Guantanamo Bay. That doesn't work though.
It would be pretty fun to go to Guantanamo Bay. Yeah.
Well, no, that one's pretty
a
shit.
good
That's the shit
sentence
scenario. Because
to
if I
say.
end up in Guantanamo Bay, that means I'm going international. They're sending me to Cuba. That's
pretty
worst of the
crazy.
worst. That
That's pretty crazy.
I don't think I could dig a tunnel through the ocean.
Haven't you seen Shawshank Redemption?
He wasn't on an island.
Yes, he was.
What?
Wasn't he on Alcatraz?
No.
Wasn't that movie in Alcatraz? Oh.
You think he fell out of the pipes just into the ocean in like a cartoon character?
It's kind of what I
Swam
remember.
to
yeah.
California?
And then he went to the fence and
Dude,
dug up the
people
lockbox.
died from swimming from Alcatraz.
And those
Michael Bay Olympic ads.
and those 3 people survived or went missing or something. No one knows. That's pretty cool, right?
You think Morgan Freeman success?
It's not a true
No, you're
story. Is it? It's not a true story, I thought. It's just a fun jailbreak.
Goodbye, folks.
Sorry.